It's the rules. I don't have to shave when I'm sick. That's the way it works.
Welcome to the Collared House of Pestilence, formerly known as the Todd and Erin Daily Stream.
Am I correct or what? I mean, you just don't have to. You just need to take your medication and try to survive and try not to stink up the joint.
You know, the sad part about being a mom is that you're up all night with the poor sick child anyway, and then when she eventually insists on coughing it into your face and you get it, then you're still up again.
But I got it
somewhere in there should be nap time.
I mean, I sacrificed you for the child, you know. But
you're
then
so horrible.
The boy and I came down with it at the exact same time you did. So
Collared House of Pestilence.
Just must have been a pestilence thing going on, but I'm not going to shave.
Okay, so far we're being pretty much as big a Debbie Downer as possible. So instead, how about if we go into something that has been, I had no idea what a conflict this was, what a hotbed conflict of issues this was. But after 15,000 views and arguments about it, I think we have got the answer.
Okay, it's how do you open a can?
The correct way.
The new way.
The correct way.
Or is it the old way? Watch. Hi everybody, welcome back to Todd's Test Kitchen. A little tip for the guys out there in case you get in a little tiff with your wife. A lot of people think flowers would work. In Erin's case, it's a rib roast. All forgiven?
I love you so much right now.
All forgiven?
Totally.
Okay, all right.
Totally. You could do 3 more of those and I would still forgive you.
Today we're replacing old school with new school.
Okay.
All right, so it all starts with a can, just a regular can. Matter of fact, 2 identical cans. The can was invented in 1810. 50 years later, they invented the can opener.
Wait, that doesn't seem logical.
I guess they weren't hungry.
How did you get it open if there was no such thing as a can opener?
Well, if you remember Captain Bird, he went to the North...
Admiral Bird.
Well, whatever. I knew him better than you did. Went to the North or South Pole. I can't remember which it was.
It was both. He claimed anyway.
And his crew got sick, and that's because the cans were sealed with lead. Evidently, lead is bad for you.
Super bad.
But things got better. So, no can opener, and then finally, the modern invention.
I can just picture wives before that, though, with their little gingham aprons on, stabbing futilely or like sawing... desperate. I don't know how you would do it. That's so sad.
You, my dear, are doing it incorrectly.
We're really going to just narrow this down to the fine point of a proper way to open a can.
There is a new way to open a can. How could you improve on opening a can? What possibly could happen in 2018 that would make this humanly, scientifically possible?
Nothing that logical that I can think of, but sure. What do you want me to do?
2 identical cans. Pick one. I don't care which one. Pick a card, any card. Is that your can?
Sure.
Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it on the counter, and let's go ahead and just have you open it like Grandma did.
I'll open the can. Fine. Let's do this. Come on. The Todd and Erin Daily Stream is brought to you by Magic Wash, home of the ultra-durable ceramic car wash to keep your car looking clean and pretty for longer. 2 locations in Layton and South Ogden. And also by New Millennium Group, financial advisors to help you grow into financial security. Go to utahsfinancialplanner.com for a free Social Security optimization report.
All right, go ahead. Open it like a caveman.
Like a caveman?
Old school caveman.
Come on, you latch in there. Why aren't you latching in for me?
You would start
today. I'm left-handed, and it's hard. Okay, you do that part.
Do you know it's National Left-Handed Day, by the way?
I know. So see, it's only appropriate that I am, once again, a culturalized victim, okay, of the society around me. It's true. I think we can all see that now. Also, because I don't...
left-handed people die in traffic accidents because they automatically pull to the left.
Oh, yeah, into oncoming traffic.
Okay, nice
job. See, and look, got a nice little lid. Everything's pretty.
Right,
okay, good.
So that's nice.
Yeah.
All right. Move over, Grandma.
Oh, jeez. So what is this new revolutionary thing that I'm missing? I'm going to die in a traffic accident soon anyway, but tell me anyway.
The can opener.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, you're doing it on top? Does it link in that way? Do the little teeth still dig in?
Yeah. Let go of it.
I was going to hold it for you. Okay, but it's supposed to be right there.
No, wait a minute. This is the new way.
Baby, I'm here for you.
Come on.
These things happen, honey. You know what? Everybody has problems like this. I don't want you to feel like you're the only one.
It's not like we're in the bedroom, hon. Stop talking. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Don't give up on me.
There's another joke that rose to my lips, but I won't use it.
I know.
Because I was trying to be subtle the last time, and that didn't pay off.
Let go of it now.
Okay.
This happens to everybody, hon.
I know, babe. Just need a little rest, and
It needs to rotate.
I understand that, but it also is going away from where you had it. And I just wanted to keep it in camera frame because I'm like that. Oh, will you look at that? You know what this is like? This is like those lemonade cans where you peel the little strip and the top comes off.
Okay, so now we have 2.
I didn't know you could do that.
Now we have 2. Okay, let's say you only wanted half of the chili.
Okay.
And so, normally what you would do is go ahead and close yours. Okay, so.
Okay, it's bouncy, sure. No way, it seals?
Yeah.
Well, get out.
Yeah, it seals. And so.
I did not know this.
See? Todd's test kitchen.
That's pretty cool.
Who would have figured?
Really? And this just came out now? Like this was a thing?
I just saw it and I wanted to put it to the test. I wasn't that good at it.
It still works.
But it still works. And plus, you have like a little lid.
Well, you did before. Yours is just probably better positioned than mine.
And then you could take this and put on top. And my chili would be fresher than yours the second time around. Now,
I had no idea this was a priority, but that is still kind of cool.
But now that we have 2 open cans of chili, someone's sleeping alone tonight. All right. Well,
yeah, that would be both
there
of
you
us.
go, Todd's Test Kitchen. Wraps it up. The new can method.
The Todd and Erin Daily Stream is brought to you by PC Laptops, with desktops and laptops starting as low as $7.99 with a lifetime parts and service warranty. They fix phones too. Go to PCLaptops.com.
Welcome
back to the Todd and Erin Daily Stream.
Why does today feel so creepy?
Because it's IRS tax collection day. As I already had to text our accountant, Crystal, and say, we need an extension. She went, yeah, I expected that. I already did it.
A month ago.
By the way, if you were not ready to do it today, and they're saying don't rush it, because apparently one of the biggest problems they have are people freaking out, and then they try to squeeze it all in that last day, and then you make errors.
Do it wrong.
And then they send it back to you, and they go, you've made errors. And if you've ever been on the phone with an IRS agent, and they are bound by a very long and specific level of protocol, they will go, these are all the points that I have to follow with you.
Right.
And you'll get your tax return in 2027.
All right, so for all our people who work, especially in the Ogden area, work for the IRS, we love you.
We feel for you right now.
We understand that your life right now is just hellish like ours.
Okay, so number 1, you can request an extension, and you know what? They've actually got stuff online. You can get an automatic text filing extension online with the IRS.
Oh, that's good.
So you don't have to pay someone else or do software if you're trying to do this on your own. Go online. They've got it.
Do you remember when we were doing radio years ago, we do this thing where you drop off your stuff and it was like till midnight, right? Downtown at the post office and stuff. There were people that had forms that were filling them out on the hood of their car.
We're like, I'm not sure that's going to work for you.
I wouldn't do it that way, but that's just me.
Well, it's interesting because they have IRS file-free software, and so they said about 70% of taxpayers could actually use it, and they could do it pretty much themselves for free. We hire someone because Todd and I don't want to go to jail.
Right.
We want to make sure it's done correctly.
So far, only threats.
Here's the sad thing, though. If you file for an extension today, that's great. But if you know you owe money, you still have to send in the payment. Filing for an extension doesn't mean an extension on the payment. If you
Can
can't
you just
do
send
that,
in a certain amount, just random?
I'm thinking it's this. You can actually call them and request an extension on the payment as well, and they'll set up a payment program for
Okay,
you.
good.
And on the bright side, if you can get it all paid off within 90 days, there's no additional fees. So it's okay. Just the worst thing you can do, and they keep repeating this, just contact us. We'll help you. They said the worst thing you can do is ignore it. Just don't ignore it.
Not us, them.
Yeah.
Right.
The intelligent
That's-
ones that actually know anything.
As scary as April 15th is, as scary as it is, there is something worse.
Really?
There's something afoot.
Is it unnatural and troubling?
I've never gotten to say that. Jackson, Mississippi.
Yes.
Beautiful town, small community, kind of cool. Mm-hmm. They're a little bit freakish in this area. They're artistic. Banners show up in the middle of the night. The next day is like welcome.
Urban art. I love that.
Have a great day, and they said it's just a fun place to live.
Yes, they love urban art. That's a wonderful thing.
But now a woman named Jordan Ludis walked out, and she said there was a bowl of mashed potatoes on my car.
What,
Now,
like a prank, like they splattered mashed potatoes?
a bowl.
It was a bowl of
Mashed potatoes, neatly formed styrofoam, on the top of her car.
What does it mean?
She thought nothing of it and moved along her
Just
day.
some weird random mashed potatoing thing. Yes, sure.
And then on the Facebook, you have neighborhood Facebook pages where you should. If you
Look at my mashed potatoes.
And everybody's like, oh, that's crazy. What kind of... Oh, I found one too. And next thing you know, they started showing up in all these different places. Mashed potatoes. Are they here to kill our cats? People ask.
That's so funny because I'm sure that's the first thing. Like, is there an explosive hidden within the mashed potatoes?
They said on their doorsteps everywhere.
So is there sinister intent? Have they found anything bad in the mashed potatoes?
I love this part. Despite the concerns, however, the residents have not alerted law enforcement.
That's hysterical. So no one's called the police. They're like, it's mashed potatoes.
So far harmless, so far fun.
I want to know how they selected mashed potatoes. You're the urban graffiti artist, and you're like,
Right.
what medium shall I use to express my art?
Right. Peanut butter?
Coleslaw?
No. Peanut butter? No. Too oily.
Yes. Beef stew? No, it's
No.
kind of a warm day.
Messy.
What would I use?
I've got it. Mashed potatoes.
I'm sorry, but I love that.
They've got to look at a restaurant because if anybody serves mashed potatoes, they're always leftover. There's
They're
always
available to
leftover mashed potatoes. But I say don't find out.
Well, while we're in Florida, though, where all the weird stuff happens, we were in Jackson, Mississippi, I'm sorry, but now we're in Florida. I had to do this just because it's so weird.
Florida's weird.
A drunk Florida man was arrested outside Olive Garden after eating pasta in an inappropriate manner. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the man was arrested for eating pasta aggressively.
I have a question.
Apparently, the Olive Garden management called the police saying, hey, we got a drunk guy out here. And he came in and actually got some takeout and paid us, which is nice. But he's out there and he's making people nervous and he's yelling at them. So they came and the police reported that they found the shirtless man sitting on the bench outside of the establishment.
Okay. You should have said that.
This is 32-year-old Ben Padgett.
You should have said that from the start. He was shirtless. Okay, so that changes the whole
Dynamic.
ambiance of the story. All right.
I'm just back to the fact that they had literally arrested him for eating pasta in an aggressive manner that caused them to fear for safety.
Have you never felt hungry?
How could you possibly eat pasta that would indicate threat or violence towards others? He's not throwing any...
Have you ever eaten anything, what was the word again?
Aggressive.
Have you ever eaten anything aggressively?
Yeah, a lot of things. You make fantastic food. I've shoveled into some of your stuff like with no shame whatsoever.
Okay, all right.
I would never thought anyone would term my behaviors dangerous or threatening to them unless you actually got between me and the food.
Maybe that's because you were wearing a shirt.
That could be it.
Would you please pass me the DayQuil?
The police were kind enough, though, to apparently let him wipe his face with a paper towel before they took him to jail.
That is not... And a tissue, please.
Oh, here.
DayQuil.
These are used.
This is it's not Quill. It's the... that's
used.
okay. By who?
Me.
All right, so this is midday quill. As opposed to day quill. Now we're late afternoon quill. Do we have any of that?
I think we might have dusk quill. Now, what about Quidditch?
I'm not going to try to make fun of you, but I am so...
Don't! We have a Quidditch team of the University of Utah. They practice at Reservoir Park right there on South Temple.
And every time every time they do it, I don't have a camera with me because your cell phone would not capture the glamour of this sporting event. Now,
and it is played as it is on Harry Potter with brooms. Sadly, they are not afloat
on the ground, and they use, instead of a broom, a piece of PVC pipe. Now, this is what I want to talk to you about. Okay. There are beaters. there are name the other people in it. There's a seeker. There's a seeker. I don't know who plays the little snitch thing, because
that's a seeker. I think.
Just have to run. The seeker chases it, but you'd have to run like the devil the entire game.
You would have to. The golden snitch would be an exhausting job.
There is a international U.S. Quidditch team organization. It's co-ed.
I wonder what J.K. Rowling thinks about this. Really, when I wrote about it,
combination of dodgeball, rugby, and baseball.
Rugby looks the closest from everything I've seen when people play this thing.
It's one-dimensional. It's two-dimensional. It's not. You don't go up in the air and do all this. And they say one of the largest injuries is concussions. Concussions.
From Quidditch.
Yes.
Quidditch concussions.
They're smacking into each other really aggressively, like they're eating spaghetti from the.
Yes, an aggressiveness. That is so weird.
Now,
I guess that makes sense.
Here is the strange thing. They also use more the balls. Now remember, they're running with a PVC pole between their legs, and they say there's as much as 5 balls being played at the same time. And my thought is, not running around with a PVC pole. That doesn't even make sense.
I would really assume the vast majority of the injuries would be male related, but you were telling me that's actually not true.
I said concussions. Concussions. And you got 6'4" guys going up against 5'2" women and stuff, and they have an advantage because they're quick.
No, I really think the women have the advantage because you're running around with a PVC pipe between your legs.
All I have to do is the pole, and
I'm thinking that people are not paying attention to a clear and obvious disadvantage for the men.
So if you ever made fun of Frisbee golf or Frisbee football or the game Frisbee, which was like a football game, shut up, because they have now taken...
I think Quidditch sounds awesome. I want to see it played without the concussions.
Okay,
I would totally support Zoe playing Quidditch. I would totally support that. I would be behind that concept.
Next time I see them playing, I'll take the equipment down and I'll go ahead and film it and do interviews and find out.
International leagues of Quidditch.
Just wow. All right, so we're going to go lay down because we don't feel good.
But we'll be back tomorrow, and we've got this big, fat, gigantic Mother's Day package from the Gateway, which is absolutely amazing. $500 necklace, $200 really cool. At the Sanctuary Day Spa, all kinds of stuff like food and tickets and concert tickets and everything. It's going to be amazing.
Man,
we'll tell you how to win.
We don't get it, but you do.
Somebody does. It's just not us. That's all we know.
See you tomorrow.
Can I have my tissues back?
Yeah, really. You want?
Do we have any of the unused ones left?
No, it's love. No, that's it.
At this point, it can't be any worse than Zoe coughing in my face.
You could use our tax return. Oh, I have another idea for that. All right.